KLERK people to our show, Keep the Show. Today on the show we've got a young kid. He's a South African cricketer, but bred and born in Ireland. So he's an Irish kid. He's a wicket keeper batsman, right-handed batter from Glenwood. Just to take you a bit on his career so far. So our guest today, SJ De KLERK, played for Ireland under 15 and he was the captain for Irish under 15 squad. Also played for Leinster under 15 and under 17 in Ireland. Played for KwaZulu Natal under 17, then he was the captain again for the KwaZulu Natal side, the under 17 side, and he's currently the Glenwood first team captain. So SJ will be joining us shortly. For those who don't know him,
how's it?
Hey, how's it?
How are you?
I'm alright. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Alright, I am. Perfect. So, how's things?
Yeah, I'm good, eh? Getting through this corona.
Yeah. You know, it's been hard for everyone, you know.
It is. Especially with the sport.
Exactly. I was about to ask, like, how has been things for you in the quarantine? You know, you can't practice, you can't do all that.
Yeah, no, it's been tough, I have to say, but I think a lot of self-discipline and just trying to do as much as I can. I think fitness-wise, a bit more than actually playing cricket because it's just a bit hard to get to the cricket with everything.
Alright. But the positive side, is there any positives that you would like to take from this quarantine? Maybe towards mindset-wise, just switching off.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think for me personally it was very good, and I switched off a lot, and also just like recapping some of the games I've played, and just thinking more of my game as well. So just the small mindset things of how I want to approach next games and what's actually going through my mind and things, and also just to pick up a bit of fitness, because when you're in your season you get tied up with just wanting to hit balls and all of that, so you don't really concentrate too much on your fitness wise.
Yeah, because I understand it's been the quarantine, people have been locked down, but I believe there's some positives that you can talk from just switching off.
No, definitely, I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So you compare being an Irish kid, how would you compare Irish school cricket to the current cricket you're playing so far in South Africa?
I think if you look at school cricket, then South Africa's cricket is quite a high bit above, and you definitely play a lot more cricket games here than what you would play in for an Irish school. But yeah, there is a difference. I think the standard in Ireland is definitely improving as it goes on with the years. Like the Test Nation now, it's awesome. But yeah, definitely South Africa school cricket is ahead of the Irish school cricket. Yeah.
That's brilliant, man. And looking at the stats, you know, like your career so far, you managed to make it for the KZN under 17 side, and not just that, you were actually able to captain the side. So I believe you're actually keeping up with the competition.
Yeah, I was very blessed to be able to captain on the 17 KZN side. Yeah, very happy about that.
That's a big achievement there.
Thank you very much.
Being a keeper and the leader yourself, especially you talk now, getting exposed to lead teams, like for example, at Ireland under 15, you were the captain there. Case under 17 captain, now Glenwood first team captain.
Yes.
And also being a keeper, how sort of do you deal with the pressure of all of the things?
Yeah, it's a question I've been asked before as well, and it's a question that goes through my mind quite a lot, is how I'm going to deal with keeping and then batting and then obviously captaining as well. But I think every game I learn something new, and every game I see that it actually works. And some people might say that it's too much, but for me, I personally feel like the more you can do on the field, the better, because you're staying busy and you're staying involved in the game. And definitely keeping, you have a very good view of the field, and you can put the right fielders in the right place. Like fielding positions because normally as a captain you look to the keeper to put them in the right positions, but as captain and keeper, then you can put them in a very good positions, if I can say it like that.
Alright, so what has been the main source of your success so far?
I definitely think coming over here and standing at the trials, the final trials, we were waiting around for about 2 hours after the KZN trials, and a weekend ago, the weekend before that, the final day of trials was on, I scored 100 at the trial, so I was a bit, the selectors didn't know too much of me, so I was trying to make my mark. But I think the big thing was I was standing there with all my mates and my name being called out first, and they saying captain. I think that just blew me away. I didn't even expect to be in the team, but to be captain was just unbelievable. I was so blessed.
So there was a question that when I posted something on my story about if anyone can ask a question. So there was this question. Someone said, "Who's the best spinner you've played?"
Yeah. I've had a thought about this one. So I'm gonna say I've played with a few spinners and definitely brilliant ones as well. But I'm gonna have to go with a current player that played in Glenwood's first team this year, Rasu Naidu. He's an off spinner. He's grade 11, and he has many things to come in the future. Very good player.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I believe that's a good question, especially coming to you as a keeper. For me, myself, I believe keepers, they've got the best view in the game, you know.
Exactly. I agree with that.
Can you do us the honor and give us the throw?
Yes, I can. I'm gonna stand up and just show you. I've unpacked it out of my bag, so I can just show you around. So I'm gonna start with my gloves. So I'm a bit of a glove freak, I have to say. So I have 4 pairs of gloves. 2 for practice and then 2 for matches. I can switch the camera around, can I? Okay, so here's all my kit. That's better. So gloves here, and then obviously I have nice Kookaburra inners. I have 2 pairs of inners, especially last year I had to use them for Lifa Ntanzi that was bowling 140 kilometers per hour. And then I have Blue Room gloves, very nice. They're quite dirty from diving on the floor everywhere, but then I have a pair of wicket keeping pads, also very nice pads, very comfortable. I like wearing my pads underneath my pants sometimes, so that's quite nice. And then have nice New Balance shoes. I was lucky to get these, so I use these for batting. And then the school sponsors us with shoes, so we got these Puma ones. So I use these for keeping and everything. They're also very comfortable. And then a Shrey helmet, also very nice. It's been hit on the helmet a few times, but it's very comfortable. And then just have here I have bands, and I just have a little bag of bandages, plasters, and small things like that, just for keeping with the fingers. And then one of these big blue thigh pads. Got this year. It's incredible. A Moonwalker. It just protects you everywhere. And then I have a sidearm. Just keeps the sidearm in the bag, just for some throwdowns. Also very nice to have. A grip cone, but I'm running low on grips at the moment. Just need to stock up on them. So okay, so now I'll get to the bat. So at the moment I have 5 bats here. 5. I use about 2 of them only in matches, so they stay quite long. So if you can see the white one's my special one, but I'll get to that. So if I can start off with this one. Also it's a very nice bat. The guy that makes these bats, his name's Robert Pack. He's quite a very good willow, and it's amazing bat. And then that would be a net bat, and also this one, also very nice. Really love it. And then same with this one. Also, this one I would use or in matches or in the nets. Just depends on how I'm feeling the day. I've been asked a lot of times why I switch up my bats and stuff, and it's quite a thing. Like with me, I can feel some of the bats have a difference, but lots of them are the same as well. So it's quite nice to be able to have a few bats that doesn't break and everything. And then if I can get to this one, this is the one I use in matches. Scored lots of runs with it. Scored my first 100 in South Africa as well with this one. So very, very happy with this one. And then I'm borrowing this bat and also using this one now on the nets and stuff. Very nice bat, DP'd, strong bat, and it's powerful, and I'm absolutely in love. Hopefully I can make the change to it. And then and then I have a kookaburra bag. Everything fits in there. Depending on if I have training or if I have a match. Depending on what I have, I'll just throw the kits in there and then go for it. So that's what I have in my kit bag.
Hey, just to compliment, you've got very good bets and they're quite a lot.
Yes, I'm very happy with that.
What are the specifics that you look for into a bet?
Well, what I look for is just it needs to have a nice pickup. It can't be too heavy, so I like it like 2.7, 2.8. And then the sweet spot needs to be quite in the middle. I like it when it's in the middle because then I'm finding it quite nicely. So very happy with that.
So what's your ideal pairs of gloves for games? Like how many pairs?
Well, I'll take all four of the pairs I have, and then my hands sweat quite a lot, so I would change them once they get wettish. So I'd say when I get to like 25, 30, then I'll swap them, and then going on maybe a past 50, swap them again, and just go from there.
Okay, alright. Yeah. So having so many bets, how do you switch them around for games? I know you mentioned that you've got one you mentioned that this one is for my game. Yeah. But how do you switch them around?
My white one is the main one I use, and I absolutely love it. If we do play like a T20 or something, I might take one of the other bats to see and try it out. But if we play a 50 over, the white one is the one that I go to, and it's lovely. I can't complain about it.
Enjoying the bet.
I love it.
So do you have any sort of packing routine?
Packing routine, I like keeping my bats quite protected. So bats would go on the sides, and then the pads would go on top of them to protect them. Helmet on one side and shoes on the bottom, and then gloves on the top, and then thigh pad just slides in, and then keeping pads on top. So I do have a routine.
So what's your day of packing?
Say again?
What's your day of packing for a match?
Well, I would have my cricket bag with 2 bats in, and then I would have my pads, my keeping stuff. I would take 3 or 4. Maybe I'll take the 4 pairs of gloves. Wiki gloves would go in. My box would go in, and then my shoes would go in the bottom. And then I would have a kit bag on the side with all my playing kit, my warm up kit, a towel, some showering stuff, and all those things. And then I do take my rubber bands with, and that effect gets thrown in the kit bag with my clothes. And then the bandages and stuff just gets thrown in the bag as well. Yeah.
Okay, alright. Just going back to your keeping stuff, I believe it's some of the most important stuff in your kit bag. What sort of food do you look for when for your keeping gloves?
Well, with the keeping gloves, once you get them, they're quite hard. You would probably know that as well. But they're quite hard, so it takes quite a few training sessions to just break them in. But if you could buy them quite soft, I like doing that. And these ones actually came quite soft, so it took me like 2 training sessions, and I really started to feel nice. So I started using them in games. I don't like using new gloves straight away in games because they're quite hard, so the ball doesn't stick as nicely. But yeah, this is working quite nice. Yeah, I like nice and soft gloves. Once they start wearing out a bit and the grip goes away, then it's time to change some new ones. Yeah. And I like having quite a bit of padding inside my hand. So sometimes if I have a sore finger or something, tape would get put on just so I can feel comfortable when I'm keeping and stuff. Yeah.
Alright. Protection is very essential in this game.
Yes, it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, what are the essentials in your bag?
My essentials.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I have to say is my box. Definitely.
Yeah.
And then probably spikes. And then obviously I have my beautiful bat there as well. Else I can't really do anything else. So I'll say that's also essential. Yeah, I think those are the main things. Yeah.
Do you have any superstition way of doing things?
Yeah, I do. So when padding up, I normally bat 5-6. So I would only pad up once. So I'd have my 5 pad and my box on, and my whites on, and then I would put my pads on once number 4 goes in or number 5 goes in. And then when I walk out, normally just say a small prayer, just stand on the side of the boundary and then just hop over. And then just in between balls, I tend to press down on my pads quite a lot. And and then just with before the match starts, I like having my things quite packed out, nice and neat in the dressing room, clothes hanged up on the one side, playing warming clothes, and just having all of that nicely laid out as well.
Alright, awesome. So let's say if you have to add on some sort of protective way in bedding equipment, what sort of thing would you add on?
Add on?
Yeah. Something that is not already there. To feel like, okay, this thing needs to be added on, because I'm always getting hit on this spot.
That's a very tough question. Now your inner thigh pad.
Yeah.
I would put an extra piece between the pad and the inner thigh pad because I've been hit there a few times, and that's an nice spot to get hit.
No, I know that spot.
Yes.
No, are you probably the messiest guy in the change room?
Ooh, at the beginning, yes, and then it slips a bit, and then at the end of the match, I'll clean everything up again, and then I'll be the neatest.
So who's probably the messiest one you have ever shared the change room with?
There was a few guys this team. There was a few guys in the team this year, but who would I say? I would have to say our opening batsman Vanille probably was the most.
Francois is saying the messy one.
Yeah, no, I see Francis is saying that. I don't know why he's saying that. It's only because he's the neat one in the team.
How long before you change your kit?
Well, I would like a new bat, maybe a deep heat one, and then just trying to change gloves quite often, just so I have new ones and then I can train with the older ones, so they can be my training gloves. So the thing that I swap quite the most is my gloves. Yeah.
So what's your choice of kit bag? Would you go for a wheelie, duffel?
I've had both, but I must say with keeping gear, a duffel bag gets quite hard to fit everything in. So I'll definitely go with a wheelie bag.
Alright. So how long have you been using your brand? That's
Blue.
Yeah, Blue.
Yes, I've been using it for about 2 years now, and I've really enjoyed it. It's very good. It's a very good brand. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Just switching off now, going back to your career. What has been the most special stage of your career, or the most important moment of your career?
Do you mean like on the field now?
Yeah. Career-wise.
Okay. I think it was last game this year. We played against Malahide College, and we just grinded down and we restricted them to quite a small total, and was just amazing to beat them there in the end. We beat them, and I was lucky enough to be out there till the last run, so it was a very special moment for me.
Alright, that's awesome. So now, I would like to turn back into the audience. I believe, guys, you've got some questions that you want to ask SJ. Now we're taking some Q's and A's. SJ is here, brilliant young cricketer. I believe you'll be able to answer you. SJ, who's your favorite left-handed school cricketer?
Who's my favorite left-handed school cricketer? Well, we don't have a lot, so I think I'll have to say Jan van Rensburg. Definitely my favorite. The grade 11, good kid.
Rate Cameron play as a cricketer from 1 to 10.
From 1 to 10. As in 10 is the best, okay? So I'll go 5 out of 10. We'll give him a 50%.
Cameron is saying, do you think Sam Walker was a good cricketer?
I think he was okay. There was a question here, who's the best spinner you've ever faced?
Yeah.
It's a guy he plays for Ireland, George Dockrell. Left-arm bowler, definitely the best I've faced. I think I was quite young, but when I faced him, I couldn't get him away, and he was very good. There's another one here. Who's your favorite player that you aspire to be like? I think definitely one. Well, there's two. I would say Mark Boucher. Really just loved the fire he had for South Africa. And then another one, a current player, Josh Butler. Just love how he just goes out and bats, and behind the stumps he's incredible. Yeah, those would be my two.
This one, he's saying he's Francis is saying who's the stronger bottom hand, you or KOB?
Okay, so that's Kevin O'Brien. I'll have to say, I think Kevin O'Brien, I think he hits the ball a bit farther than me, so he has a stronger bottom hand.
Who's your inspiration that keeps you pushing forward in your cricket career? Do you too try pursue your dreams?
Like I said, well, obviously, my pick would be Mark Boucher. Just after his, if you look after his career, just how he's taken on when he lost the sight in his one eye or lost visibility in his eye, he just carried on with his life. He protected the rhinos, and then he also just started coaching again, and he's coach for South Africa now. But on the field, he was there, the man that always who would never go down for anyone, and he would just play. I definitely have to, and he's definitely the guy that I look up to, and would just aiming for where he was and playing for South Africa, playing at that level of cricket.
If I was saying Ollie or Smith,
Ollie or
Smith?
No, definitely Smith.
No. You now, I'm against you. You can't be Smith. What was the advice someone is given you?
I'll have to say, coming back to playing the trials, somebody said to me, play in the V and you'll score 100, and I did exactly that, and it happened.
Alright, so how many hundreds are we talking about now in your career?
Not too many, Not too many. I'd say about 3 to 5. Not too many.
Would you lean on in hard times during your cricket career?
I think there's a few people that I would lean to. Definitely, my parents would be one of them. My girlfriend, some of my coaches, Alex van der Merwe would be one of them, and yeah, just some of my friends, close friends as well. When things aren't going my way, they're always there to support me. And also, my girlfriend's family is also very good at helping things.
Okay, Nico is saying now, favorite rugby player.
Favorite rugby player.
Yeah.
Well, if it's Nico, then I think he's talking about schoolboy rugby as well. So I'll do schoolboy and then also international. Schoolboy will have to be Nico, and then international-wise, gonna say Andre Pollard. Also one of my role models, and just the way he plays sports in general, and the sportman he is just very cool to see.
What advice would you give a young player looking up to you, looking for advice?
I would say to always dream big, and always to just keep loving the game and also respect the game, but just to keep playing it and love it, and just never to give up, because there's always, like any sportsman, you would go through stages where it's tough, where you not want to play the sport, but that's the times where you just have to stick with it, and just keep playing, and also just stay positive and just enjoy it, have fun.
I believe we have taken a couple of questions we've been waiting for.
Yes.
Just to wrap it up, when you're finishing off the show, I always ask people, who would you like to nominate to come on the show next time?
Well, I see Francis Moranda's here quite a lot, so I think that should be your next contestant. Get him on the show, and we can also throw in a few questions for him.
Unfortunately, with Francis, I already have him on the bag. He owes me.
So I need to choose someone else.
Yeah.
Get in Chad Laycock. You're also a young cricketer, grade 11 now. One that's gonna also go far. So definitely get him on the show.
Alright, that's awesome. So just send me his name, and then we can have a chat, and we can for a show with him next time and check what he keeps in his kit bags. I hope he's one of the messiest ones. Those are the
sounds good.
I'm always looking for.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright,
thank you very much.
It was awesome having a chat with you. I believe we'll be hearing more of you after this lockdown, and when games resume for your schools. All the best career.
Thank you very much for having me on the show. It was awesome, and whenever you want to do something again, just let me know. Love to do it.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Bye.